All right, so welcome to Wise Guys, episode 2. My name is Mike. I'm a member of Rethinking a Dollar, and so I'm excited to be amongst a lot of wisdom right here. And so we have returning Mr. Ben, Bitcoin Ben. We have Dave Modell, but we have the addition of 3 new individuals, and I'll let you each get a chance to share your background, your experiences, and then we'll dive into problem solutions for this second episode. So anybody want to go next?
Ladies first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to do it to me, huh? Sure. Banking, way back to the mid-1990s, I was introduced to the deep state. Let's just put it that way. And when you go there, you learn things that you thought were conspiracy theories, but they were actually fact. So I left in the midst of the great financial crisis and went into a trading room, developed a precious hour, and keyed up on my technical analysis trading skills. And you put the two together, fundamentals and technical analysis, you got fusion analysis.
Hey, I'm Kerry Lutz. I've been podcasting now. This is my 9th year. And, deep state is something we all knew always existed, but it's come into the forefront recently and the extent of it. But I've been into economics, Austrian economics, libertarianism for the past 43 years.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure to meet you all. I'm Alan Myers in California. Some people would say that's behind enemy lines. I am a CPA, forensic accountant. I've studied the monetary system, banking, the Fed, specifically the U.S. system for the last 9 years.
So sounds good. So we got everybody well introduced, so everybody know what's going on. So I'll start off with the very first problem, or bring to your attention, then we can go around the table and talk about it. So it's one of the things where we can paint a picture as to how that's all starting to come to a halt now. But then how do we help people understand the impact it's going to have on their lives?
It really depends on what an individual's goals are, because there's a lot of choices out there. There's just some folks that want to sit back and watch the show. There's some folks who are actively involved to some degree with their investments, let's say, but they're actually passive investors where decisions are being made for them. I think some folks are just particularly retail and maybe waiting for the silver bullet, let's say. There's not really going to be one. It's going to be a cascade of events, and then when you actually want to say get your physical, you're going to have a hard time getting it. You're going to be on a long waiting list.
So I'm skeptical that the market's really ever going to go down. I followed Martin Armstrong for many, many years now, over 10 years. He's the only one really who's been saying that the market's going to keep going higher. Now, it hasn't reached Dow 52,000 yet, but I just see it as looking at the rest of the world, it's in a lot worse shape than the U.S., at least on the surface.
Good stuff.
I look at this differently, and hopefully this is a value in this conversation. I don't want to survive Armageddon. I want to prevent it. You can try to survive, but there's one overlapping or one overarching element in this, and I see this in the UN, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the whole sustainable development thing. You read Agenda 21 and you see what the goal is.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, Alan. This is all intertwined. We've lived under a system that has been progressively, and I use that word on purpose, evolving over the last 100 years, and create a system where even a friggin' derivative can be used to shop with. I know that it sounds crazy, but they're creating a cryptocurrency environment where the equity in your house is represented in an actual token.
What's going on in the background, which is just being left alone, Agenda 21, read it. This is about globalism. This is about establishing regional bodies, non-elected, including in America. Look at the map of that the UN will put out there about all the land in the US that they want to turn into, you don't get to live there anymore. This is wild land.
David, you got any thoughts you want to share with us, buddy?
Right. I'm voting for you.
Out of the mayor, out of the president. I don't want to go ahead, Dave.
That's gonna be. That was. Thank you for that, Alan. That's gonna be tough to top that. I'm not gonna try. I just wanted to speak to Bitcoin Ben for a moment. It's a good thing that you got out of the trucking business at just the right time, since we were talking about AI, and nothing against truckers. They're struggling, they're suffering, as are the agriculturalists of this nation, unfortunately, whom I respect very greatly. An AI expert on 60 Minutes, again, mainstream media, sorry guys, but that's what's at my fingertips right now. An AI expert believes that 40% of the world's jobs will be replaced by robots, that's AI, machine learning, and that's over the next 15 to 25 years. And which jobs will be hit the hardest? Well, truck drivers are number 2. First is chauffeurs. chauffeurs, truck drivers, anyone who drives for a living will be, and after that will be chefs, waiters. Writers are mentioned as we may survive. We're on the list of possible survivors of the AI because I've seen AI produced writing content and they just don't. It's just not good yet.
Yeah, that's right. They still can't think. And to your point, when I was in banking, before 9/11, actually, there was a big presentation. I forgot the name of the author, but it was back then in my HR days where we were focusing on how important creativity was, where a lot of people look down on the liberal arts. Actually, that's what we need right now, and that's what employers are looking for, because having that ability and with what you just said, in the future, to be able to collect information, put it together, and if you're going to be writing from that information, you're absolutely correct.